Good morning. My name is Carla Murillo, and I am the procurement manager with the city of Bloomington, Illinois. Today, we'll be doing the bid opening for bid number 2024-34, water chemicals. I'm going to unseal the bids. Here we have 13 submissions. I will start at the very beginning, and I'll go through the base bid and the alternate bids. I'll be starting with Airgas specialty product. For anhydrous, we have $1.35 per unit. No bid on carbon dioxide, no bid on ferric, no bid on fluoride, no bid on liquid chlorine, and no bid on sodium hexametaphosphate. For bid alternate number 1, for Airgas specialty, I have no bids. For Airgas specialty, for alternate number 2, I have no bids. For Alexander Chemical Corporation, for the base bid, I have no bids on ammonia, carbon dioxide, and ferric. For fluoride, hydrofluorosilicic acid, I have $600 per unit or per ton. For liquid chlorine, I have $1,799 per ton. For sodium hexametaphosphate, I have the bid. For Alexander on alternate bid number 2, I have no bids for any of the line items. For Alexander, alternate number 2, sorry, that was alternate number 1. I have no bid for Alexander. I also have no bid. To the top again, to the base bid for Brenntag, I have no bids for line items 1 through 3, ammonia, carbon dioxide, and ferric. For fluoride, I have $559 per ton for Brenntag. For liquid chlorine, I have $1,958 per ton. For sodium, I have $4,840. For the alternate bid for Brenntag, I have no bids for line items 1 through 5. And for line item number 6, sodium hexa, I have $5,120 per ton. For alternate number 2, for Brenntag, I have no bids for line items 1 through 5. For sodium hexametaphosphate, for line item number 6, I have $5,480 per ton. Back to the base bid for Terrace. I have no bids for line items 1 through 5. For line item number 6, sodium hexa, I have $3,820. For alternate number 1, for Terrace, I have no bids for line items 1 through 6. For bid alternate number 2, for Terrace, I have no bid for line items number 1 through 6. Back to the top to the base bid, I have Chemrite. I have no bids for line items 1 through 5. For line item number 6, sodium hexa, I have $4,560 per ton. For add alternate number 1 for Chemrite, I have no bids for line items number 1 through 6. For Chemrite, alternate number 2, I have no bids for line items 1 through 6. Back to the base bid for Chemtrade Chemicals, I have no bid for line items number 1 and 2. For line item number 3, ferric sulfate, I have $514 per ton. And then I have no bids for line items 4 through 6 for Chemtrade for base bid. For alternate bid number 1, I have no bid for line items 1 through 6 for Chemtrade. And for alternate bid number 2, I have no bids for line items 1 through 6 for Chemtrade. Back to the base bid for Hawkins, I have no bids for line items 1 through 3. For line item number 4, fluoride hydrofluorosilicic acid, I have $696.33 per ton. I have no bid on number 5 and 6 for Hawkins. For bid alternate number 1 for Hawkins, I have no bid on line items number 1 through 6. For alternate number 2 for Hawkins, I have no bids for line items 1 through 6. Back to the base bid for JCJ Jones Chemical, I have no bids for line items 1 through 4. For line item number 5, liquid chlorine, I have $1,749 per ton, and I have no bid on line item number 6 for JC Jones. For alternate number 1 for JC Jones, I have no bids on line items 1 through 4. For line item number 5, liquid chlorine, I have $1,830, and I have no bid for line item number 6 for JC Jones, alternate 1. For JC Jones, for alternate number 2, I have no bids on line items 1 through 4. For line item number 5, liquid chlorine, $1,900. For line item number 6, I have no bid from JC Jones. To the base bid for Chimera, I have no bid for line items number 1 and 2. For line item number 3, ferric sulfate, I have a bid of $343 per ton, and I have no bid for line items number 4 and 5 and 6 for Chimera. For alternate number 1 for Chimera, I have no bid for line items number 1 and 2. For line item number 3 for ferric sulfate, I have a bid of $360. And for Chimera, for line items 4 through 6 for alternate bid, I have no bid. For Chimera, for alternate number 2, I have no bid on line items number 1 through 2. For line item 3, ferric sulfate, I have a bid of $378 per ton. For Chimera, for alternate bid number 2, line items number 4 through 6 are no bid. Back to the base bid for Lindy. I have no bid on line item number 1 for the base. For line item number 2 for carbon dioxide, I have a bid of $275 per ton. And for Lindy for base, I have no bid on line items number 3, 4, 5, and 6. For add alternate number 1 for Lindy, I have no bid on line items number 1 through 6. For add alternate number 2 for Lindy, I have no bids on line items 1 through 6. Back to the base bid for Shannon Chemical Corporation, I have no bid on line items number 1 through 5. For Shannon for base bid for line item 6, sodium hexa, I have a bid of $3,939.37. For add alternate number 1 for Shannon, I have no bids on line items number 1 through 5. For line item 6, sodium hexa, I have a bid of $4,222.29. And for add alternate number 2 for Shannon Chemical, I have no bids for line items 1 through 5. For line item number 6, sodium hexa, I have a bid of $4,437.77. Back to the base bid for Tanner. I have for the base bid for line item number 1 in hydrogenous ammonia, I have a bid of $1,840. For Tanner, for base bid, I have no bid on line items number 2 through 6. For alternate number 1 for Tanner, on line item number 1 in hydrogenous ammonia, I have a bid of $1,940. For Tanner, for alternate 1, I have no bids for line items number 2 through 6. For Tanner, for add alternate number 2, for line item number 1 in hydrogenous ammonia, I have a bid of $1,940. For line items number 2 through 6 for Tanner, for add alternate number 1, I have no bid. To the top for the base bid, and the final submission is Univar Solutions. For line items number 1 through 3, I have no bids for Univar for base bid. For line item number 4, fluoride hydro, I have a bid of $590 per ton. For Univar base bid for line items number 5 through 6, I have no bid. For add alternate number 1 for Univar, I have no bids on line items number 1 through 3. For Univar for add alternate line item number 4 for fluoride hydro, I have a bid of $600 per ton. And for Univar for ad alternate number 1, I have no bids for line item number 5 and 6. For Univar for ad alternate bid number 2, I have no bid for items number 1, 2, and 3. For line item number 4, fluoride hydro, I have a bid of $625 per ton. For Univar ad alternate number 2, for line items 5 and 6, I have no bid. Sure that I have seen them all. All bids will be reviewed for responsiveness and responsibility. The bid tabulations for all submitted bids will be posted to OpenGov as soon as possible. This is the end of the bid opening. I appreciate your time. Thank you.